What's going on, YouTube modeling community? Pap here at West Georgia Rides and Customs. Welcome back to the channel. We've got this far into the Bronco build to where we're starting to put all the glass in on the cab as well as on the little top that comes on this Bronco kit. But I get a lot of questions. I see a lot of questions in forums considering installing the glass in your builds. I'm going to show you a tried and true way that I do it. I'm not necessarily saying it's the correct way, but it's the easiest way that I can get a glass in, get it glued in, and know that it's there and it's secured. A couple of the questions that I see is what type of materials do you use in installing the glass into your builds? The first thing we're going to talk about in this tutorial is going to be about the type of glue that you use. I see people where they talk about they use like a acrylic glue, which is like a super glue. I'd stay away from this due to the fogging aspects of it. It'll fog the outer edges of the wherever you put a drop of this cement at. So this right here, no, I don't suggest it. So we'll talk about some other glues. I've had people ask me, well, what about stuff like, like the Tamiya cements as far as the extra thin? No, too gooey. I don't like using those in installing any of the windows. I've had people ask me also, what about the old red tube glue? Back in the days, I would have used this, starting out. I don't suggest it, but if you do use this, use it very liberally around the edge of the window once the glass is in place. And with that being said, I'm going to show y'all how I like to get the window in, get it placed, and then start applying the glue as we go. Now, my glue of choice that I use all the time in any of my windshield or window, front, rear, sides, what have you, choice of cements, are the testers, and this stuff is made just for this. This is a Clear Part Cement and Window Maker. Do I make windows out of it? No, but I do install 99% of my glass with this right here. The other product that I will use sometime is this Zap Canopy glue. This is this glue. These two glues right here dry clear. So I always like to use them. Sometimes I'll use this in some cases, but 99% of the time I'm going to be using the Testers Clear Part Cement. And that's what we're going to use today. All right, with that being said, let's move along in the process. I've already got the windows trimmed out and sanded, got everything. Now, you're going to be handling these, so of course, once you get them in place, get them glued in, after they have set, after the cement has set, just take you a clear, soft cotton piece of cloth and get the fingerprints off, and you're good to go. All right, now, here we go. This is the first thing I like to do. The other thing that I like to have handy when I'm before I even get started trying to install these are some small strips of tape, that's about an inch and a half long, and as you can see, it's actually a little bit longer than the window itself. I've got 3 sitting over here in the sides waiting to be used. The first thing that we're going to put in, first I'm going to make sure that this is the glass for that opening, and yes it is. We're going to flip it over, and I'm going to drop the glass out probably 2 or 3 times. All right, that fits right down in there very nicely. Now here's where the tape comes in. And sometimes you can do this before you even install the glass. Sometimes I will take and just put that tape over that, and yes, I did leave enough little overhang, which I'm not happy with the centering. There we go. Now, the first thing that I do once I get this on here like this, just get that in place. Luckily, this kit has a little track that this drops down in, and it stays in there very nicely. Now, another handy little tool that I have is these little Q-tips. Just push that down in there and get that tape to bite into where you're trying to get this to set at. Fold that tape over, press it down, make sure, and I just felt it snap, so I know that's in there. We don't have no ridges. And then we'll take and burnish that down just a little bit, same here, and flip. There we are. We're good to go. Of course, that little piece of tape, it's not going to hurt. It's not going to hinder anything. Let's move around to the next one. And okay, that's the side that we want out. Grab another piece of tape. Put that right in the center. I like that. Turn this around. And guess what? No pappy screwed up. That happens every now and then. Okay, now we got it on the correct side. If you're not making mistakes, you're not building. I'm just going to tell you that. That's just tried and true with me. All right, we got it where we want it. Take your Q-tip. Just kind of make sure that you're burnishing that tape down right in there. That way that tape holds the window in place. Then just fold that little edge over. Don't push the window out. Make sure it's flush, and move on to the next one. Now, the one thing about the Blazer, I say Blazer, but the Bronco, I keep thinking this is a Blazer. It's not the Crew Chief. This kit is 100% better than the Crew Chief kit, I'll tell you that. The one thing about this rear glass, it mounts from the outside. And you got a little tracking right there to where, and I've already painted. I painted the windshield wiper blade and the hatch hinges right here. That way that they are right where I want them. And they blend in. They blend in very well too. Okay, we've got that in there. Take the Q-tip, burnish that down to the old camper top right there. And we're almost there. We're almost to where we're ready to start gluing in. Okay. Everything looks great. Let's flip it over. Let's put some, let's get a little bit of the clear tester's window, or the clear window maker, whatever you want to call it. And it doesn't take much, folks. This is just and here's about all I'm going to. I'm gonna come down this side right here. And pardon me, I may have to, yeah, I got to get this started. We're just going to take a little dot, and we're going to put it right there. And that stuff, as you can see, it wicks into the gap. And I'm just going to run that. You see, I'm just kind of dotting that down through there. Then we'll take and push it, and it kind of sucks that liquid down into the gap when you press down on it a little bit. I always like to keep a piece of paper towel handy. That way I can kind of dot it. All right, we got another one right there. Another one right there. And then we just keep bringing that on up, just small amount, until we're finished right there. Now, if you want to get that down, get that liquid to kind of, just press it. You'll see it it'll draw it in. Then when you let off of it, it kind of draws back out. But that's just pulling that seam or that glue right down in there. So let me get that, tuck that. And then we're going to do the same right here. I like to put one dab there, one dab there, and then just start, follow that all the way up to the next little drop. And there we are. We're good with that one. Same thing, just press down, and that draws that glue into the seam to fill it up. Same thing back here. Dot and a dot. And then just start filling that gap up with a little bit as you go. When you reach the very end, that wicking effect will take over. Press it just a little bit, and you're good to go there. Now, if you remembered, we put the window on the outside, reversed it, basically of how it is on the inside of these side windows. This one comes in from the back. We're still going to apply this. We're just going to put like a small amount. And what I'm going to try to do is put it right there, behind where that hinge is at, and another little drop right there. And let's see, where else could we kind of be strategic about hiding some stuff? Let's see, I may just put one right there, another one right there, and I'm going to let that wick. I'm going to let that wick right down into the into the glass itself, and it's not even going to be noticeable. These are smoked windows, and these are the cool feature about this Bronco kit. These are the side windows on the camper, and I'm going to show y'all what the windshield. We'll put the windshield in later. I'm not still got a lot of stuff to do on the interior, but that comes already as far as trimmed out in the black and everything. This is a fabulous kit. So if y'all get your hand on it, you'll really thank AMT for painting these up for you. So, but that's pretty much how I like to do. You can kind of take this. You can take this tutorial, and you can apply it to any of your builds that were, as far as installing the same style. When you flip, most of your windows, they come one piece. So it's got the front, the rear, and it's got the interconnecting. You can pretty much well do the same thing. Once you get it down in there, you can take the tape it in right here, and then apply glue liberally down through down the seam joint, and to get those. And then once the glue's dry, peel that masking or peel that tape off very carefully, and guarantee you that windshield or the side windows or whatever it is there for the duration. So, hope this helps everyone out. If you got any questions, feel free, drop me a question down there in the old question box down there, and I'll answer it as quick as I can. Hope this helps y'all. I hope this finds everybody well today. And as I always say, God bless y'all. And if you can dream it, build it. God bless y'all. Pappy out here.